Hey everyone, Lone Wolf Jedi here, and as you can see, I'm using a new image there. That is an image I took with my camera. It is actually directly from a T-shirt that was bought for me for Christmas. It is a wolf, and of course, you know my name, Lone Wolf Jedi, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm gonna take a picture of this and I'm gonna use it as an image for whatever online stuff. Excuse me there. I'm gonna use it here. Use it. It's also my my image. The avatar image there next to my name on my channel. And it's also gonna be used on my Facebook. It's gonna be used on various other things like Skype. I'm also actually using it as a picture for when you log onto your computer. I'm using it there as well. But basically that's something new here. As for what I'm going to be reviewing, this is my first review of the new year, and it's going to be a video game review on Dead or Alive Dimensions. Okay, now first of all, I know people when they think when they think Dead or Alive, they think of a certain aspect of the game, if you get what I mean. Yeah, though that aspect, but I don't play it just for that. I don't play it for that at all. I mean, I play it for the there's a challenging system to learn in this game, and that's one of the things I like about the game. So anyway, first of all, the characters. Well, first of all, when I play it, it was my first purchase for my 3DS, and my second purchase is Zelda 3DS for the Ocarina of Time, the old Ocarina of Time for the 64, which is by far my favorite Zelda game of all time, and I'll do a review of that when I get a chance to. And anyway, first of all, when I bought it, I didn't think to change the language of the characters, because this is probably like the first of the actually it's the second of the fighting game series that they've dubbed in English. And the English cast it's not bad, but it's not good either. I mean, I've played through some of the modes in this, and some of it was painful to hear. I mean, I gotta give credit to Wendy Lee. She is like she's a woman in her, I think she's in her 50s. I'm not really sure. And she's doing the voice of a 16-year-old girl, and that being Ayane. She's doing a pretty good job of it. But and then there's Carrie Walgren. She's doing Kasumi, and a bunch of other somewhat well-known voice actors. For instance, Hayate is done by Yuri Lowenthal, who people know as well, in Dissidia he's Cecil Harvey, and in Bleach he's Keigo Asano. Give you a little background on that one. I think, I'm not really sure about this, but Hayabusa is done by the same guy who does Snow Valiers from Final Fantasy 13. I think I looked that up, and I think it's one of the characters it's the English voice actor. Anyway, I immediately switched it to Japanese because I'm used to the Japanese cast of the Dead or Alive games. And anyway, so that's that part. And when I first played it, there was multiple modes. First off, there's Chronicle mode, Chronicle mode basically chronicles all 4 Dead or Alive games. It has a prologue, which is a tutorial. Cosme is fighting against her father, Sheedan. And then you see her. What happens? What forces her to leave the Mugen Tenshin village, and she leaves the village to go and fight in the first Dead or Alive tournament. And then there goes Chronicle 1. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 covers her involvement in the tournament. Sorry, you'll have to excuse me. I'm getting over a cold, so I'm probably going to be coughing a lot. Then in 2, it covers how Cosme was kidnapped and cloned, and Hayabusa is going after her to save her. At the same time, he comes across Hayate, who at the time is known as Ein, and he's got amnesia. Through a fight with Cosme, he regains his memory, and they end up fighting again. And him and Hayabusa end up fighting against Ayane and Cosme's clone, Cosme Alpha. Then they end up finding out that that Ayane's foster father, Genra, has gone against the clan. I guess become a traitor to the clan, and joined DOA Tech, which is the organization that is behind the Dead or Alive tournaments. Matter of fact, DOA Tech stands for Dead or Alive Tournament Executive Committee. Then you have the 3rd chapter, which covers basically Ayane and Hayate going through and encountering Genra in the 3rd tournament, and that was that. The chapter 4 covers how the Mugen Tenshin Ninja Clan, with the help of Ayane, the Hanjinmon sect of the clan, is making their full-on attack to the DOA Tech headquarters with some help from the CIA. Chapter 5 covers Helena's part of the story. Anyway. That is Chronicle Mode in a nutshell. Then you have Arcade Mode. Arcade Mode is six courses, as they call it, of various characters. Course 1 has 5. Courses 2, 3, 4, and 5 have 8. And Course 6 has 6 characters. You fight against them, and you basically unlock things through that. Then you have Survival Mode, which you have to fight through 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 characters. I've only gotten as far as like 79 and 100. I've already done all the others, and I've also beaten all the courses in Arcade Mode. Then you have Tag Challenge. You and a computer-controlled tag partner go up against a list of like 20 groups of fighters, either 1 or 2. And so far I've gotten all but 2 of them. I have not been able to beat Genra, and I have not been able to beat Raido and Shiden. So that's how far I'm there. Then you have a newer thing called Throwdown, which if you pass by people on the street, if you have Street Pass activated and your 3DS is in sleep mode, you can take on anybody through, walking by who also has the game in their memory slot. That's through Street Pass. They also Team Ninja sets a group of uh, uh, throw down challenges through their website, and you have to take those characters on too. The reward for those is like special figurines, and I'll get to that in a moment. Um, then you have internet play, local play. You also have free play, which is you're playing just a regular 1 to 3 round match. 1, 2 or 3 victory match against any character you want, or random. At various locations, there's also a training mode, which you can practice, which I've been practicing with a certain character. Then of course you have there's this thing called the showcase, which you can look at various figurines from the game, from the various characters. You can take pictures of them, and that's basically it. And you look through the photo album of these pictures you've taken. And there's the options, the record, the options, the fight record. That's self-explanatory. Now the characters. There are a lot of characters. Basically, every character from the Dead or Alive series, 1 through 4, is in this game. You got Kasumi, you got Kasumi, you got Hayate, Hayabusa, La Mariposa, Tina, Leon, Bayman, Helena, Zack, Genfu, John Lee, Hitomi, Ayane, Lei Fang, Elliot, Brad Wong, Kokoro, Christie, and Bass. There are also 6 unlockable characters and 1 hidden character. The 6 unlockable characters are Ain, which is Hayate's amnesiac state, Kasumi Alpha, Raido, the boss from the first game. Kasumi Alpha is Kasumi's clone. Tengu, which is the boss from the second game. Genra, which is the boss from the third game, and that's the first time you'll be able to use Genra. And another first, Alpha 152. And she's actually my favorite character to use. She is a combo bitch. Okay, she can use various combos, and her throws, devastating. The hidden character, you can go to the random selection, and you hold down either L, R, or L and R with X and hit A, and you get Shiden. The whatever button combinations you use depends on his costume, and you can also use those combinations to get special things with some of the characters. Like for instance, if you hold down L, X, and A with Kasumi, you get her braided ponytail. You hold down R, X, and A, you get her high ponytail. The ponytails at the near the top of the head, and then the L, R, X, and A, it's the low ponytail. With La Mariposa, I think it's L or R, X, and A, and you get her without a mask. It depends on which costume you have on her. You can do the same thing with Kasumi Alpha that you can do with Kasumi. Then there's also Lei Fang. One of those combinations will give you the braided hair look that she used to have, and the other one would be a short ponytail. That's all the secrets that I know of the game. Now, the characters, like I said, my best character is Kasumi Alpha. For a while it was Ayane, then it was Kasumi because I was using Kasumi a lot, and now it's Alpha 152 because, like I said, she is a combo bitch. There's like various combos I can do with her that are devastating, and and another thing is it mirrors how you use this character. I remember going through Street Pass, and this one teenage kid was, sitting there playing his 3DS, and I was walking by, and he was like, "Oh, I got a Street Pass. I got a Street Pass." He looked and he saw it. The only person that was around was me. And he looked and he goes, "Oh, LWJ. Okay, it's a throwdown challenge." So he looks and he goes, "Oh, Alpha?" And he played me. He almost lost. Considering my character right now is an E minus, he almost lost to me because it mirrored how I play, which is ruthless. And he came up to me and says, "Excuse me, are you LWJ?" I said, "Yes." "How did you get Alpha 152?" I said, "I really don't know, because there are different ways you can get it. The main way is to beat her in tag challenge, and there's other ways you can do it. I don't know how, but there are other ways you can do it." And he says, "Oh, okay, because I just took her out of yours, and she is ruthless." I said, "Yeah, that's how I play." He goes, "Oh man, you're pretty much you're good." I said, "Well, thank you." But yeah, ever since I heard that some of the characters are the bosses, I tried playing as some of them, but Alpha's probably the best one to use. Um, in terms of the regular characters, I like to use Kasumi and Ayane a lot. I also like to use Hayabusa, and just for comedic effect, I like to use Brad because he uses the drunken fighter technique, which I've always felt was funny. I mean, drunken fighter technique is really, really hard to pick up, but it's also quite comedic in terms of the movements. So, well, there you have it. That is my review of the Dead or Alive Dimensions game, and hopefully I will be able to make another review of. There goes my phone. Anyway, and hopefully I'll make another review of another game. Like I said, I have Zelda, and I plan to get actually some more games like Super Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, and Street Fighter. They have a Street Fighter game for this, and hopefully soon. They're supposedly coming out with a Kingdom Hearts game for the 3DS. And so far, to me, the best handheld version of Kingdom Hearts is Birth by Sleep for the PSP. So, hopefully I'll be able to get the Kingdom Hearts game. I don't know the name of it. If I find it out, I'll post it down below, or maybe as an annotation. But, yeah, until my next video, which I'm gonna be doing a review, my very first negative review. Actually, I don't think it's my very first negative review, but it's gonna be one of my rare negative reviews, because recently I just saw The Devil Inside, and let me just give you a little preview. It's a bad movie. Don't bother wasting your money or your time. So I'll be doing that next. Until then, this is LWJ saying thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care of yourselves.
You think you know me?